Brada Fiend said Mavs' identity went from best backcourt to just Luka.
This is very reactionary.
Well, the first part was an overreaction off the strength that, with Kyrie Irving, the aesthetics were it. Kyrie Irving is a baller. And then now, Kyrie Irving sucks. Okay, he didn't suck a week ago, so how come he suck now?
He did.
What's going on?
When I told you, he definitely did. I've told you guys, he's been struggling. He had a good series the first round. He's had decent series, but like you just told me, 2 series prior, he was shooting like 50% inside of the paint. That's horrible. Like Kyrie's been struggling his entire playoffs, man. Like Kyrie's not the same dude he used to be, man. It's that simple.
He's their best player against the Clippers.
I'll give you that. I said that one series. The one series.
Y'all do remember just last week or the week before last, I came up here and I told y'all, did y'all see Stephen A? I think it was Stephen A. put them in the top 5 backcourts of all time.
Mm-hmm. Most talented.
It don't. No, I don't think that. It said. Chill. It said best duos of all time.
Yeah, he had Bob Cousy and Sam Jones. He wasn't going off most talent.
I got pushback on the panel. I don't remember all the faces that was up here, but I got pushback in here. Y'all telling me that's okay. Like it's fine for that to be.
If you're talking about from a talent standpoint, okay, but Kuz and Bob Cousy and Sam Jones, Magic and Norm Nixon, Isaiah and Joe Dumars, right? Steph and Clay, Gus Johnson and Gus Williams and Dennis Johnson. I mean, those backcourts were pretty fierce. But from a talent standpoint, how good these two guys are, I mean, I think they're up there with the best of them.
Well, chill. What's the I've been trying to bite my tongue, but I can't sometimes. What's the difference between this backcourt and 2017 Wizards backcourt?
With John Wall and Bradley Beal.
With John Wall and Bradley Beal.
Why did you just jump off that cliff?
That's not a cliff. That's not a cliff. That's a serious question. 2017 Wizards, John Wall, Bradley Beal. Why is this backcourt better than that backcourt?
They couldn't shoot whatsoever. John Wall and
Bradley Beal couldn't shoot.
On top of that,
that's why we talking about, man, Mars. Because Ron being nice, Mars, send him to hell.
Bradley Beal couldn't shoot, man. Bradley Beal couldn't shoot.
John Wall couldn't shoot. I'm talking about as a overall. You said they. Okay. Bradley Beal's a decent shooter. Okay, fine, that's fine.
Decent shooter.
But overall,
he was
John Wall could not shoot whatsoever, bro.
But he made up for that. And I can use that same logic against you, where you talk about he can't shoot. As bad a defensive player that Luka was, John Wall was elite.
Yeah, he was good.
So we can use that same argument, how good of a defensive player John Wall was, and how he was slowing down guys. So as bad as Luka is defensively, John Wall is better. Much better. Now, I'm not saying that John Wall is a better player than Luka. No, I'm not saying that at all. But the idea that they couldn't shoot, I mean,
John Wall couldn't shoot. He's one of the worst point guard shooters of all time. We're being realistic. I mean, Bradley Beal was decent, but Bradley Beal, I mean, they're not Kyrie Irving and freaking Luka. It's that simple. Luka is literally the best player in the world, supposedly. He's the best player in the world right now. Kyrie Irving is one of the most magical freaking like Wizards that the league has ever seen. So no, they're not comparable to the Wizards.
No, from just saying 2 minutes ago, Kyrie's not good. Now he's one of the most magical Wizards we've ever seen.
Yes,
bro. Two things can be true. Two things can be true.
So he are not good magical.
Kyrie Irving overall game is amazing.
He's still a wizard, Mars.
He's not
a good
mentally here now. He's not here now.
Still a wizard.
That's what I'm saying.
My wand isn't working right now. That's the problem. My wand is kind of
chill. I want to have a conversation about Damian Lillard and CJ McCollum. I want to have a conversation.
Yeah, see, now we just.
I just want to talk.
So
bro, he was out the window with John Wall, Bradley Beal.
I just want to talk about it.
If we are talking about skill, though, if we're talking about skill, I'm not mad at that.
That's all, Ron.
If we're just talking about Mars, just straight skill, Dame and CJ, there is nothing on the court that they with the ball.
I want everyone to can't do. Dame and CJ are the 2 worst defenders of this group.
We're talking about skill with the ball. I'm talking about with the ball, Mars.
I just want to talk about it, Mars.
With the ball, I'm not mad at
come outside. I just want to talk.
You can talk to the wall. I promise I ain't listening to
that. When you get that knock on the door and you say you want to come outside, that's when you end up in a body bag. Do not listen to that. When somebody says, I just want to talk. No, call the cops.
Hey, chill. I'm making sure the bottom lock is locked.
Yeah.
The top lock is locked.
You don't.
And a little lever up here where you put the bolt through. I'm making sure that's locked too.
CJ and Dame are not in this conversation. No, they're not. Because if we put them in that conversation, then that means we got to. Yes.
If we're talking about skill,
I'm saying don't do that.
If we're gonna put them in this conversation, then we got to put DeMar DeRozan and Kyle Lowry in this conversation too. And nobody's doing that.
DeMar and Kyle aren't as skilled as CJ and Dame, though.
So we're talking strictly skill.
Yeah, we're talking about with the ball. I'm just talking about with the ball.
If we're not talking about strictly skill,
James Harden and Kyrie.
Right, James Harden and Russ.
James Harden and Russ.
James Harden and Chris Paul.
James Harden got like 3. Like, yeah, what was that?
Just want to talk. That's it.
If we're taking out everything in basketball and just saying with the ball, yeah, Luka and Kyrie can be tough.
I mean, well, think about it. That's what it would have to be anyway.
So if that's the case,
if we're talking about Luka and Kyrie, that's what it would have to be.
Right, Ron? Okay, so that's what I'm saying. This is flawed on both sides.
Really, no.
It's flawed both ways.
Because Clay is Ron. We saw Clay get 60, and I think he had 12 dribbles.
That's a skill.
That's skill.
His skill to come.
That's a skill.
Shooting is a skill. Shooting is a skill.
Okay, so what about everything else with the ball?
Clay is a top 3 shooter of all time.
Yes, because they're the best top 5 shooters.
Clay shoots the ball so good he don't have to dribble.
Doesn't have to dribble.
How do we know that though?
Hey, to me, that is a clearing skill.
Okay, can we talk about Ray Allen?
That is a landslide
skill.
Yes, Ron, you're absolutely right.
So Kyrie and Luka can shoot, can dribble, can pass, all with the ball. But because Clay can shoot so good, that's enough.
Yes. But also too, during this time, at this time, Clay could put the ball on the floor. It was just that night. He didn't have to. So you guys are going to see. So time out. No. In 2016, Clay couldn't put the ball on the floor. Clay wasn't giving you one dribble pull-up.
Primarily.
He wasn't giving you straight line drives.
One dribble.
At that time, Clay was getting to the rack.
Clay put the ball on the floor compared to who?
I'm just talking about in general. I'm not comparing it to nobody.
Okay, yes,
we could get straight line drives from Clay. We could get that.
We're talking skill, and you're giving me straight line drive.
Two dribbles, Mars to the rim. That's it.
That's okay.
But we're talking skill.
That's cool.
If we was talking about players' impact on the game, cool. You made it about skill with the ball.
Yes.
And now we're going straight line.
Yes. Clay is Clay out of everybody we mentioned, Clay's the best shooter.
Sure.
Okay. Skill.
But look.
Catching shooting is with the ball too. By the way, catching and shooting is with the ball.
We're saying shooting
and pulling up off the dribble. One dribble pull-ups, step back threes.
He's the best. He's the best.
I'm not saying he's the best. I'm not saying he's the best, but
who's the best? Shooting off the dribble.
I'll maybe give you Kyrie. Out of everybody else, Dame too. But look though. Regardless of who's better, Clay does it at an elite level.
You got the shooting.
At an elite level.
You got the shooting. We'll give you that.
I'll give you that.
Defense is a skill.
But Margin, chill. Just hear me out.
Shot creating.
The reason why they're in this, look, we're taking Clay shooting, and the rest is all those steps back.
The
rest is all those steps back. Hey, look at everybody we mentioned. Steph's the best player out of everybody we mentioned.
You think Steph single-handedly is
single-handedly
to usurp Luka and Kyrie's combined skill?
Steph was that good. Yes.
That is ridiculous.
When you combine Clay the lead shooting,
I might get with you on that, Ron.
When you combine Clay the lead shooting with the rest of what Steph does,
isn't outskilling Luka and Kyrie.
No.
Yes, it does.
Single-handedly.
We're not doing that.
So time out. Okay, so let's do this. All right, let's do this then. Who do you guys want to show? Taking defense off the court. It's just offensively. Who do you guys want?
With the basketball.
Yes. With the offensively. Who do you want?
So are we talking offense or with the ball in their hands?
With the ball in your hand.
With the ball.
With the ball, Luka and Kyrie.
Curry alone does not supersede both both Luka and Kyrie Irving. No, he doesn't.
Okay,
bro. Klay Thompson
don't get me
is
wrong.
arguably a better shot maker than Luka and Kyrie.
No, he's okay. So shot making beyond and shot creating are not the same thing.
I know shot making. He's a better shot maker than
three-point shooter of everyone we're naming. We all agree on that.
Okay.
Every other skill which is with every skill that's with the ball, other than shooting,
it's not close.
He's the worst of this.
Okay, I'll give you that.
But is Kyrie a top 5 shooter of all time? Is Luka a top 5 shooter of all time? No, they're not.
Top 5,
they're not.
No, but
they're not.
I mean, I think you can make the argument that maybe Klay isn't, but that's besides the point.
A top 5 shooter of all time?
Are we talking
a
about
guy that's top 6?
Are we talking? When we talk shooting, are we talking strictly shooting threes, or are we talking about jump shots?
Because that's
off screens, off the dribble, catch and shoot, all of it.
No, then I'm saying he's not top 5.
That's impossible. That's impossible. That's impossible.
We're talking all types of shooting, then maybe he's not top 5.
Bro, he leads he literally has the NBA record of most made threes in a game. Like,
okay, so we're talking about
he's a top
5.
We're not going to do that.
Here we go, Mars. Because now
that's like Klay is an all-time
that.
Great 3-point shooter. I agree.
Because now what you're doing,
but when I said shooting,
he's a top 5 3-point. He's a top
3-point shooter.
We're talking about jump shots, not just shooting the long ball. We're talking.
Give me KD over Klay as a shooter. Give me KD.
Absolutely, I'm doing that every day.
No,
I'm doing that every day.
Not in the prime.
We're talking
catch and shoot.
About in the mid range.
We're talking about strictly shooting the basketball. Give me KD.
But can we talk about Tim Hardaway and Mitch Richmond?
What's up?
Can we just have this conversation? I'm just asking.
You the one. This house is on fire.
Ox
set the house on fire, and he's sitting outside in a lawn chair reading the paper. He's the one who set this house on fire. But that's not a problem. I'm cool. We'll
I mean, you know me too. I want to talk
a big ass glass of iced tea.
Yeah.
I want to talk about Ray John and Ray. I want to talk about.
I was going to say Ray John and Ray Allen. I was going to ask because Ray can shoot.
Because
Ron,
what you're doing.
I want to talk about all of them.
I'm not mad at that.
Because Ron, when you say Steph,
at least you're consistent
with the basketball supersedes both Luka and Kyrie with the basketball, that means everything. Steph is not the distributor. Steph is not the distributor that Luka is. Not even close to the distributor that Luka is.
I mean,
not only is he not the distributor that Luka is.
I'm not talking about that. I'm thinking of something else. I'm thinking of something else. I'm thinking of my next point.
Steph is not the distributor. He's not the shot creator. One-on-one that Kyrie Irving is.
Yes, he is. Yes, he is.
No, he is not.
Yes, he is. Yes,
I don't think he is.
We're literally looking at this defense right now.
No.
Yes, he is.
I don't think he is.
I don't know if I agree with that one.
I'm done
I
hearing
don't
about
think he is
that.
the shot creator.
Yes, he is. Yes,
I think Steph Curry is a great shot creator. I think Kyrie Irving may be a better shot creator than him. So now we're talking about a guy manipulating the defense, handling the basketball, getting to the rim, distributing the basketball, playing in the mid-range, playing in the mid-post, playing at the long ball line. There's no way that Steph Curry himself supersedes both of those guys. No way.
I'm not saying Steph doesn't do it alone. Klay shooting is still on the table. I'm just saying. No. I'm saying Steph. Okay, all right.
But if you agree to disagree,
we can disagree to disagree.
If you didn't say with the ball, I don't think I would have argued. But you said with the ball and then said Steph and Klay. I don't know why you did that.
Shooting is a skill, and Klay,
shooting is with the basketball.
Klay shooting clears, and Klay Steph just with the basketball clears
too. That part we're not arguing, Dion. The fact that Steph Curry and Klay Thompson shoot the basketball, not just at the long ball line, but in the mid range. I'm not arguing that.
This is what I want to get to
collectively with the basketball, Steph Curry does not supersede both of those guys. No, he doesn't.
Okay, I just want to say this. I think Steph and Kyrie argument of the Wizards, like being a wizard with the basketball, is a lot more closer than you guys are giving credit Steph for. I promise you, bro. Because if you start at half court, bro, like Steph is already more dangerous than Kyrie once he steps past half court. And Steph can do it.
Why is that, Dion?
Not just from 3-point shooting. Steph's ability to do double cross behind the back crossovers, bro. He creates his 3-point shooting. And listen, Steph also can create with the ball more. He creates basically more space than Kyrie can with the basketball. Kyrie hits a lot of tough buckets because the defense still be with him when he goes up with the shot. Curry completely loses his defender, bro, and gets open shots because he's faster around the perimeter than Kyrie Irving is. I think Steph is more of a better wizard than Kyrie, in my opinion.
Now, when you bring that up, the 3-point shooting, I could get with that logic, sure. But Kyrie Irving also demands that kind of attention at the long ball line. Kyrie Irving is not a subpar long ball shooter. Kyrie Irving is a damn good.
Not from half court.
He doesn't demand Steph Curry at all.
I'm not saying that, Mars. I'm not saying that. But he does demand attention at the long ball line. And because he demands attention at the long ball line, because he can shoot at the long ball line and a little bit further than the long ball line, he manipulates the defense and gets into the teeth of the defense and can finish at the rim. Unlike Steph Curry at that ability. With that also being said, he can also play better in the mid-range, I think. I feel like he can play better in the mid-range. Not only in the mid-range, I also think that he can play better in the post.
Right.
Now I think that's the only Kyrie better is the post.
So I don't think that the gap. Now I think that when I said, I think that when you heard me say Kyrie Irving is better with the pill one-on-one, I think you think the gap is like this. No, the gap is pretty small. It's not a huge gap between those guys. But I think that Kyrie Irving, his ability to finish at the rim, his ability to play in the post with the basketball, I feel like that supersedes what Steph Curry is able to do.
The fact that we can have the conversation between Kyrie and Steph in terms of skill with the ball, and I don't think it's an egregious conversation, despite what Steph fans will try and tell you. You know, there's just a Luka Doncic like right there.
It's 100. He's sitting right there, Mars, going, "Hey,
hello, Luka."
Hi.
Like, and we're saying Luka, Clay. What are we doing? Like, come on, Luka and Kyrie is clearly the more skilled duo with the ball. Clearly.
For what it's worth, it's not necessarily that I was arguing Steph and Clay as being more skilled with the ball over those two, as opposed to them just being top 5. Remember, this whole thing started off as top 5.
But Ron, what I'm saying is, y'all say what y'all want about skill with the ball and say what y'all want about Klay Thompson. Steph and Clay chop Luka and Kyrie down.
I think they probably are a better backcourt duo in terms of fit and how they play together and all those things. I'm just mad that Ron said with the ball. I'm not gonna lie, it really got semantical at that point. I'm gonna be honest, because Ron said with the ball, and I'm like, there's no way. But a better duo, I'm not mad at Stephen Clay at all.
When we got to talk about passing too, the reason why I did when we were talking about comparing Steph and Luka, and I did and then you guys just stopped and was about to go crazy. I wasn't necessarily arguing who's a better passer or playmaker. My thing is, Steph just got Clay as an outlet. I mean, Luka got Kyrie, but once again, Kyrie, not Clay. Clay is an outlet. Like, Steph can get caught up at any moment in time, kick it to Clay, and it's like, all right, let's get back on defense.
Everything is okay now. Like, everything is
3 points. Like,
but
that was my only thing. Like, you don't got to be a good passer to pass to Clay, and he make open 3.
With Steph on the ball, I think he does damn near clear Kyrie. Like, it's because it's like when he has the ball at the 3-point line, or the defense's feet on the 3-point line, Steph has the ball. When Steph dribbles, like takes a step back like a retreat dribble, you got to rush up. Like, you got to pressure that. You know what I'm saying? Like, he's creating so much space, making the defense move so much that he can, and he's quick too. He gets by you, and like Steph got that little running layup, that little floater over the top, and that falls too. Like, when he shoots that, you expect it to go in.
Right,
so
right.
it's like, it might not look the same way as Kyrie, but it's if not as, it's more effective, I think. So
absolutely. The thing about it is, like, we're literally looking at the series right now, bro. Kyrie and Curry play the same as that team. I understand Drew Holiday. Drew Holiday's a huge piece. I get you that, but don't act like the Celtics didn't have Marcus Smart, right, during that time period. So there's 2 good defenders on the perimeter. Curry was literally creating so many mismatch problems for the Celtics that they're not having to deal with this series. Kyrie can't even detach himself away from Derek White. Bro, Curry was cooking Derek White so bad like 2 years ago. It really shows that Curry's better on the ball than Kyrie Irving. I'm sorry.